Manchester United versus Manchester City.
Really make hits.
So I haven't been recording for a week or two. Just been busy working, whatever. So there's a lot of things been going on. I thought I'd need to make a video just so it doesn't all backlog. Just get it all off my chest. The last couple of games, well, the last 3 games we've played, we've drawn to 0-0. If you've been a Man United fan or just a casual viewer of the game, you know the games have just been crap. But we're dead to watch. Scored no goals. We haven't conceded none, but we haven't scored any either. The last game, well, the 3 games we played well in Europe. The first leg against Real Sociedad. It's good to see the youngsters. That was it really. That's all that really came through there. Yaz and I played well. It's good to see him back, actually doing good. But yeah, we move on to AC Milan the next game. Welcome back, Zlatan. Delo can play, but I'll say that for another video. The Premier League, we played against Newcastle. We won 3-1. West Brom, Chelsea, and Crystal Palace. Those all 0-0 games. Boring to watch, really. I understand the Chelsea game. That was a big game. It's alright to be cautious, not concede. But Tuchel's a new manager to the Prem. Just to show him what the Prem is made of. Attacking. I think we didn't do well. We didn't do bad against Chelsea. We had the chances, better quality. We'd have scored a goal. But Crystal Palace, that was probably the worst game I've watched. What do I say? This year, definitely. I don't know if it's the worst game under Oli, but it's definitely the worst game I've watched this year. Well, this Premier League season under for United. From start to finish, I didn't feel like it was going to create any goals, really. Just thinking about the game, it was boring. The few positives were Dean Henderson. Every time he comes out for a save or anything, he looks assured, looks comfortable. Like I don't worry about he's going to fumble it or make a mistake. It's just showing De Gea that he needs to step up his game. But I think De Gea's out for, well, it's not out, but he's got family issues, or I don't know. It's going to be missing for 6 games. So it's a chance for Henderson to show us and the United team why he should be first team. Luke Shaw, it just feels like our wing backs or fullbacks are the only source of creativity in our team. That's why I feel bad for the central strikers. For example, Martial, Cavani, or just whoever plays up front, because the left winger, right winger, they're predominantly goal scorers. They're not, therefore, first thought's not looking to create anything. It's looking to score, get a shot off, which is pretty hard for the striker to do something. For example, Martial, he's not very good in the air, so they won't put crosses in. And especially if it's a low block, you can't really play football around there. So it's just him trying to come deep and get the ball. It's not like Liverpool's team where they have one, like a Firmino, where he drops and creates stuff for the other 2. Literally all our front 3 players are trying to score, and our striker, if it's Martial, he's the least selfish striker. He's the least selfish one out there attacking. You can even add Bruno to that because he's trying to score goals as well. So it's not very functional up there. That's why our team doesn't really create much, especially if we're missing Pogba. Then we've got 2 CDMs breaking up play, not creating anything, just giving the ball to Bruno, where he's not really a creative player. He tries to spread the balls, move it around, but it's not really creating. It's just moving the ball around. It's creating space and stuff, but that's where the fullbacks come. Like Luke Shaw, if he was going to score that game, he's going to come from Luke Shaw. He was the most threatening that game, putting chances for Rashford, but also Cavani. Rashford had a couple of chances. Greenwood, even though Greenwood's not scoring this season, his creativity has improved, but natural instinct is trying to score. So I do feel it for our strikers. That's where, when I try to say to people that Martial's not shit, he's not getting fed. But I'm not saying Martial's perfect or anything, but it's the team's working against him. He's not getting fed chances. Where if we had like Zlatan, everyone knows that they need to give the ball to Zlatan for him to score. But with their front three now, everyone's just trying to boost up their GAs, get some goals. If they get assist, if they try to get assist, it's because they have to pass it, or if Cavani's there, they'll try to cross it in. That's no other way. Whether that's down to the manager or whatever, I don't know what they work on in training, but we need some more creative players. That's why I think we need to start Dan James. He's underrated a bit of what he does. He keeps the ball moving, keeps the width, he does his defensive duties. This season, I think he needs to play more, because he's our only really winger that we've got. We've got Diezel, but yeah, I'll give him a chance, but it looks a bit lightweight. I don't know if he can handle the Premier League yet. Maybe he needs maybe we'll just play him in Europe, or when we're winning, but we're never in a chance of that. We're never really in a position to bring him on, because we're always chasing a game to the end, very end, where we score a goal. And it also shows that we're missing Paul Pogba. Now, when Paul Pogba was the only player in the team, he was doing everything from deep, creating and scoring, which a lot of our fans didn't really appreciate, because look at our team. We didn't really have another creative player. We had Lingardinho. He had a purple patch for like a good season, where he was creating everything. Not creating everything, but his movement, and he worked well with the team. The team felt better because he's passing and moving. But when Bruno's there, the football is not really there. He's more spread the ball around. He's not really, if you watch him, he's not really close to the strike where he can move the ball. He's not really a number 10. He's a number 8, I would say. Not box to box. He's a lazy box to box player, because he does trap back, but he doesn't have to. But he gets his goals and gets the assists, so it kind of makes up for it. Whereas Pogba, everyone expects him to get up and down, do the dirty work. Whereas Ali, if he played 2 number 8s, him and Pogba, it sheds it out. And when Pogba can be further the pitch, Bruno can do his passes, or vice versa. If Ali wants to stay in the job, he needs to figure out how to incorporate that into the team. We just need more creative players on the pitch, because the front four is not creative at all. What else is there? The only thing is, the only creativity we have is from the fullbacks. And if you watch Man United, you know Wan-Bissaka has his limitations. He played well, put some decent balls into the box, but there was nothing against Crystal Palace. How many people in the box? If you get a good cross onto Cavani's head and you get some, it has to be a very good ball. And Fred and Matic, they're not really creative players. Like everyone talks about. I've seen that video of when Fred's shooting, everyone's laughing, whatever. But I understand that Ollie wants Fred to get more goals, get more assists. So we're not always relying on his defensive duties. He wants to get more goals and assists in defensive players. I can see Matic having good shots. He almost scored. Fred, I don't know when he will score, but I like that he's practicing more, getting more shots off. His shots ain't terrible. When it's on his left foot, they're not terrible, just inches wide. But that's why I like to see more shots. If you don't shoot, you don't score. We've got 4 more games this month. We've got Milan, West Ham, Milan again, Leicester, and Brighton and Tottenham in April. If you see those fixtures on paper, you'd think, yeah, we can get some results. The toughest game is probably Tottenham. I never really fear Leicester. I think we can beat them. I don't fear Milan. I think we can beat them as well. So this rest of the month we should be getting results. I'm just not confident of that, to be fair. We've got Man City next on Sunday, which is, we have to get points from it, to be fair. They've won the league. Let's just say that they've won the league, but we need to still stay with them so we don't fall into the pack, because everyone's eating. Maybe not Liverpool, but everyone else is eating. West Ham, Tottenham, Leicester, everyone's gaining points, everyone's gaining form, but we're stagnant at the moment. It's just not, we're not losing points, but we're not gaining them, which is a dangerous position. I'd rather lose 2 games and win 1 than draw. No, I'd rather lose 2 games. No, it's basically the same. Losing 2 games and winning 1 is the same as drawing 3 games. It's the way you look at it, really. So Man City, I'm going to do the team prediction now. Let's get it out of the way. In goal, Henderson. Like I said, De Gea has got family issues, so he's going to be sidelined for like 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know if he's going to play or not, I don't know. But I'm happy with Henderson in goal. I feel comfortable that he's there. Left back, Luke Shaw. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. I don't know if Ali's going to try like a fancy formation. I don't know who's... Donny's back, Cavani's back. I think the only major issue really is Pogba. That's the only one really. So left back, right back. I think he's going to play Lindelof, because I think he'll try and park the bus. If he plays this way, then I'm happy. But twice, back after back, I doubt it. So I'll probably play Lindelof and Maguire. Even though I think he can play Tuanzebe, he needs more game time. But I don't know if this is the right game for Farmian. So back 4, and then this is the tough bit, because Man City, no matter what you do, they've got players everywhere that can just kill you. I'd still go with Fred, just for the energy and the tempo of the team. It's just his partner. I don't know whether I'd go with Matic just to be safe, but that's inviting pressure. Or McTominay. But I don't know if Man City will just play football around us. He's good. McTominay's good if you get like a physical game, but I don't know if City will let us be physical. They'll just bat the ball around us. And then you've got Donny to keep the ball. I don't know if we can play City at their own game because they're drilled. They'll just bat the ball around us. So it's pretty tough. So I'd go with Fred and McTominay. Not Fred. Just to be safe. Rashford. You know he's going to start. Even though he's not playing well. Recently come out that he's been playing with a back injury and that after the Euros, after European competition in the summer, he'll be having an operation to fix his shoulder. After games, his shoulder swells up. To be fair, you could tell that he's been playing with an injury. Every time he gets a knock, he's just lying on the floor. But that's the board and Ali's fault for overplaying him. If they knew that, they should have bought another player in the summer just so they can replace him. Just to give him a rest, or if he's sidelined, have his operation, but still have enough quality on the side to play him. Bruno. People say that he doesn't turn up in the big games. The facts speak for itself. It doesn't. He's not been turning up for the big games. But the whole team hasn't. He's the only creative player in the whole team, apart from the left back. Well, left back. So it is pretty hard for him to do everything by himself. On the right, even though I don't think Greenwood's been playing crap, I'd play Dan James just to help. Even though Wan-Bissaka doesn't need help, but just on the counter. I know he's going to sit back and try and counter. Well, it might surprise me. I don't know. But I'd play Dan James. He needs a bit more creative. Even though he's not a Mata, Donny, Pogba, but he's not a goal scorer. He's going to try and look for someone to set them up. Or that's what we need more in a team. More unselfish players. You know, having selfish players in the team is good. Right now, we're not creating nothing, so I need to change it up and add some more creative players in the team. And then Cavani up front. Even though he's not been playing the best, he offers something aerially against Ruben Diaz and John Stones. Even though they're pretty good in it, I think Cavani's better than both of them. We just need a good ball into the box and hopefully can get onto it. Martial, Donny. I think if we had a different setup, a way we keep the ball, move the ball about, we actually keep the ball, it's not forcing everything. These two players would look better in our team because they like to keep the ball, move the ball about, but that's not how we play, so it affects them. Like I said, Martial's not been perfect. He's missed chances that he should have scored, but when your only chance in the game, or you only had 2 chances and you have to take them, whereas like Liverpool, Werner, Chelsea, all these players have loads of chances and score. Well, you know, they have chances. We only have 1 chance and they're expecting to bang it. If he does, that's world class, but we need to create more chances. That's the biggest issue for me. We need to create more chances, and we do that by having more creative players on the pitch. Diezel on the bench. I don't know if he'll come on. Every time I see him in Europe, he looked good, moved the ball well. The only problem is he's just lightweight. But he's played in Champions League, so that shouldn't be an issue. But the Premier League's a different animal. But it doesn't hurt to give him a chance. So yeah, that's the team we'll play against City. But City, they're just unstoppable. at the moment. I think even if we was playing good, the team is playing good, I don't know if we would still be first. I don't think we'd be first. The team City have got now, they've been through it, they've got quality players. They've basically got 2 first-team players. The second team on their bench will be on their top 4. They'll be second, probably, yeah. So I don't blame Ollie, even though I don't think he's the right man for the job, long run. But I wouldn't sack him now. I'd give him to the end of the season, give him time to prove it wrong. Because, you know, when Ollie's job's on the line, he turns that around. You know, he comes up with something. But I don't think that will happen until Paul Pogba's back. If he does, or gives Danny, he finds a role for Danny in the team, which he looks reluctant to do at the moment. So I'm just sceptical for the game. Hopefully, I could see another draw, but that's me being hopeful because City, we can beat them. I think we can beat them. No one's perfect, but we can beat them. We just need the right game plan. Take our chances, create more chances. Yeah. But oh yeah, I want to talk about one more thing. The Maguire Rashford incident. Rashford cussing him, telling him to, you know, fuck off, stay inside. Maguire told him to stay inside, which is understandable. But when the game gets heated, playing football, you understand that tensions are high. You want to win. If you're not cussing and swearing at each other in the game, and you're losing or drawing, then you know the team doesn't care, but it shows that they do care. Maybe he shouldn't be saying that to the captain, but should Maguire be captain really? I don't know. He's not really a captain. I don't really see him as a captain. Maybe, I don't know, in the long run, it should be. We ain't got anyone. Bruno, he's captain figure, but he can do that without leading. Maybe give someone that, I don't know, if Pogba stays, I'd give it to Pogba. Or I would say Rashford or McTominay, but I don't know if McTominay be in the team long enough for him to get captain. Or De Gea. There's some options I would give instead of Maguire, but there's not really too many cemented arguments for that. But we move on to Man City. I'll be back with another match reaction on Sunday. Hopefully some new content as well. Some rival teams on the channel. So yeah, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next videos.